afternoon. I am Jay Rovert, founder and director of the R&B Group, a fairly well-known business networking group around the country. We've been around for 12 years, and we were kind of the merger between the corporate world and the world of entrepreneurs. My guest today is Gail Conn, the CEO of Firepower, a marketing research company. And we're going to do a 2-minute trailer, and then we're going to do the full interview. So good afternoon, Gail. Thank you for joining us.
Hi, Jay. Nice to hear you and nice to meet you.
Great. Gail, when I went over my notes and really was researching your life, I found so much packed in between 0 and 21. So I just wanted to spend a minute there, basically of your love of movies and then all the travels you did abroad. So why don't you give us a brief sketch, and especially how it sort of prepared you for the business world, the creative business world going forward?
Well, the love of movies came because my mother basically was a night owl. She couldn't sleep. My father died when I was very young, and my mother used to stay up at night and she wanted company. So there I'd sit in the kitchen on the floor and watch movies. So basically I became sort of an expert at the 30s, 40s and movies, and that was kind of my formative life.
And then you really, as school, you went to a fairly, sophisticated school, and you did a lot of traveling in your youth.
Yep, I lived in Japan when I was a teenager, which kind of absolutely sort of shaped the way I looked at the world. I've always had a love of planes. Ever since I was a little girl, I could look up at the sky and I always wanted to be, it didn't matter where it was going. And I still sort of am like that. It doesn't matter where I go. I'm a very curious person. So I like to go places. I like to meet people.
And the other interesting thing was yours was your dinner club as a teenager.
Well,
I found that fascinating.
Yeah, I had a little dinner club when I was in high school. So I would invite people over to dinner, and I used to make little presents for everybody at the dinner table. I'd like to cook, and I've always liked to cook. So I started doing that when I was in high school. Yeah.
And Gail, why don't we go on to your company, Firepower, but just give us a 30-second about how it was to be at broadcast.com. I think a lot of people would find that of interest, and then go into Firepower.
I basically was running the West Coast for a company called broadcast.com, which was owned by Mark Cuban. And we were at the forefront of making advertising on the internet. And we were streaming things on the internet. And this is in the 90s, so nobody was really doing that. And we even wrote the commercial, we put it up, and we made these little broadcasts. And obviously I knew Mark Cuban. I was in the room when we went public. And when a big company buys another company, you think they know what they're doing. And having been through that experience and that merger, I realized that there's a lot of smoke and mirrors. Companies buy things, they invent things, they have no idea what to do with them.
Sure.
And it sort of galvanized my thinking, and I became very interested in research because of that. And I started my company. And when I started my company, I didn't own a back-end technology. And so to distinguish myself, my partner, who is my husband, he and another partner wrote a software. And in the day, in the early 2000s, the software was in Flash. And then obviously over the years, Flash became unusable, and we rewrote the software. So we're a company that has their own software to do market research, which, without getting too much in the weeds, gives us the ability to customize like no one else. So we're strategic thinkers using research to help companies move forward. That's what we do.
Fantastic. I can't wait to get on to the full interview. Thank you, Gail. Thank you.